Alright, welcome back to Blue Exorcist, Anime Review episode number 37. We are here reviewing the penultimate episode of season 4 for the show, which is episode 60 of the series, Beyond the Snow, which is also named title of Saga. Yes, and we're also talking about the newest chapter manga, chapter 155. In the episode itself, it covers basically chapters 94, 95, and the first 6 pages of chapter 96. For some reason, they decided to adapt the flashback stuff in chapter 96 as part of the main story. Let's get started here. So, we start off with Lightning being held in a hotel room with a agent like, oh, thank you for your tape. It's like, oh, but he has to be called away because, oh, the astrogate might be basically be threatened. All the demons, basically. And then we cut to the Prime Minister's residence. Now, there's a slight change here from the manga, where in the book, basically, he was wondering where Mephisto was. Here, he's already here. They didn't have to wait for him like in the manga, which I kind of appreciate that. And, of course, basically mentioned about the whole thing about the fact that there was anti-demon measures basically proposed. And he's like, this is preposterous, because apparently they're denying the existence of demons even though they work with one. Yes. And he suggests going public with knowledge of demons, and he does. He has a press conference, and there's stuff here with Yukio where before I get to him, so everyone basically is like reacting. It's like, oh, Mephisto's they revealed the existence of demons to the public, and it's basically Shimi is basically telling everybody about this, and then we had the press conference, and the Prime Minister refers to as anti-social organism. The press say virtually nothing about this. They don't say anything. They cut virtually their entire dialogue from the anime, where one of the reporters said, "Does that mean you confirm the existence of demons?" Yeah, all the dialogue for the press of this episode was all cut. Was due to time? Possibly yes, even though it was really quick. And then, of course, then Yuki shows, and of course, basically, then Shira is calls up Mephisto, tells him what Yuki did to him. He was breaking his arm. But he's doing his one arm. Shira, excuse me, because the arm got broken in the previous story arc. So, by the way, Bond does tell Rin about what Yuki did to him during Shima's brother's wedding. You know, pointing his gun at him. This was a couple episodes ago. So, and of course, basically, like, Yuki asks basically Mephisto, is this Satan's power? Can you tell me? He's like, nope. I got a press conference too. He's like, how'd you get in here? He does ask him that. Well, he basically tosses his badge on the floor. They actually do show actually landing, because in the manga they just have it just landing on its side and that was it. They actually added it in here basically where it landed flat on the ground. So Mephisto basically is about to get press conference, and then of course Yuki looks like he shoots him. Shira sees this, and Shima is about to stop it, and all of a sudden Mephisto's shot. Now, it was later proven that Yuki did not shoot him. He shot at him, but if he did, like, his positioning was completely wrong. You see, Mephisto got shot in the forehead. Yuki was on his right side. So, unless somehow the bullet curved, which from that angle is nearly impossible, somebody shot him. So, in order to protect his own body, he had to release the barrier, but he did make sure to have Shira warn the Vatican about this, so at least they know ahead of time that, oh crap, basically he lit the barrier up. Yeah, I at least got to preach the fact he actually, informed about it. He was going to do this, because after all, it's his barrier, so at least more demons. I did read they did cut out basically a lot more demons shown here when his seal was broken. Yeah, I particularly mind this at all. I think the effect itself, basically, not so much demons per se. You can see all these little demons popping out, and cutting all the other demons out probably was a good idea because there was a lot. And if they did show this scene here fully from in the anime, it would have taken up more than we show here because the way they did was fine. I had no issue with this at all. And of course, Rin proceeds to run out and try to find him. And eventually, he sees his brother, what he did, because he got arrested for shooting Pisto. Like, where is he? He goes to the guy's table, is like, oh, we're eating here. And then he runs and just runs into Shira. And by the way, they do back investigate this. At the point out, yeah, he didn't shoot him, let him go. But tell us stay in town, come back next day for more interrogation. And then, of course, Shira proceeds to transport him. Man, the transport while the reporter's there, and she just happens to see Ren, tells Ren what's going on. Now, in case you're curious, though, like at some points, basically the audio goes out in the episode. That is not actually the episode's fault for that. Basically, at some point you can hear them talking, and at other points you can't hear them say anything at all. That is actually an effect from the manga, which that is actually quite surprising that the anime kept it in. Like, you probably would have thought, Aniplex America added dialogue in, and maybe basically that. So, no, don't add dialogue here. No. They couldn't add dialogue, even if the lips were moving, yes, but there was no sound coming out. And that's actually an effect from the manga for this scene here. Which, yeah, that is completely true. I appreciate the fact they did that. And then, of course, basically Rin informs somebody that he's going to break out. He's very mad. He's going to make Yuki out. And this is now. Here's the thing. What happens next in the anime? This is a flashback in chapter 96. They said to move up here, which I appreciate the fact that it is because it makes total sense, chronological point of view. So, like, Samael, the King of Time, proceeds to help you, and there's a Maimon there. And then, of course, you have Yuki in his jail cell, and, of course, you have Shira asking him, like, what happened with the eye. He says nothing. His father talks to him. He doesn't say much anything to him at all. And then, of course, we have a prison break. We have, basically, Shima basically taking Shimi, where... And it goes oh crap, it's a Maimon, the Earth King. Yeah. Which I appreciate, like, oh yeah, here he is reading a script, which, yes, he did in the manga too. I thought it was kind of funny. And the episode ends with Yuki saying, I'm here to rescue, and that's how the episode ends. But next episode will be quite interesting, because you could say next episode sets up the very next story arc. And it does. Given the, well, now they didn't show a teaser for next week, because some anime do show teasers, some don't. This one they didn't, but I was reading further in the chapter, and like, yeah, I kind of get the reason why they call the next chapter Parting. But yeah, fantastic episode, loved it. Excuse me. Next up is chapter 155, One Cloth Changes. This is basically all focused on Shima and a couple other characters, where he's like, some of his demon he's supposed to have in his staff, and then we have the little girl show up. I don't remember her name. I have to look it up here. What is her name here? Because she's... It's not Beelzebub, is it? Yeah, it's Beelzebub. Yeah. Yeah, so Beelzebub basically just Tyrant mode summons basically a wasp to take on basically a giant spider, Battalia. And the whole chapter is these two fighting each other. Shima's like, bugs annihilated, the fire. And he just basically watches the background of these two fight each other. He's like, wait, how does that on your face? Your eyes not that bad. And this actually is a carrot, I think it is. Yeah, it's basically Beelzebub's brother. Yeah. Look, watch you die. Yeah. Cry, cry. What's getting up to you? And the spider is pretty much defeated. Yep. The spider's defeated. I was like, where are we? And Santa defeated spider. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Maybe Sheba butt is this funny. No way, I can handle this. There you stop, Bill. Then we have the world's best barbecue. The world's best barbecue. Aha, now that's your real face. And that's the chapter. Yeah. They hug and that was it. You're like, really? That's kind of in a way what happened here. It is by far a very somewhat anticlimactic chapter. Oh, it's Ibis. Yeah. Well, it's an okay chapter. We'll find out about the next chapter, which, actually, no, it's Egan. Yeah, it's Egan. That's who it is. It's Egan. It's not. That was last chapter. Yeah. It just Shima, Beelzebub, and well, do have Toto appear in flashback. Himuro Toto. Yeah, she appears in here. Yeah, flashback, but there's not really a lot happening in this chapter. Not really. It's like two brothers fighting each other. Their spider loses, and that's it. Yeah. It's not much of a chapter. I give it an 8 out of 10. Well, we'll find out about the next chapter, which will come out next month, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, last chapter came out just a couple days ago. Came out on Friday. So yeah, last chapter came out just a couple days ago. And that was after like a 2-month break. Maybe I missed it because well, I did just review chapter 155. Yeah, I just reviewed 155. So I'm thinking, like, when did I review this last chapter? Cloth-Gouge. I may have not reviewed it. Yeah, because I'm looking basically like maybe I think I forgot to review it. Because I'm looking at basically for last month, and I don't think I reviewed the last chapter. No, I didn't. I'm reading it. I'll just go ahead and just talk about it. It's called Gouge. It's basically just... looks like it's just Arthur just blowing up a giant demon. Torch went out. And, well, Team C, and... it looks like part of the thing is accomplished. It's like a big hole in the ground. Bandits coming through, and of course we have, look like the Illuminati chopper basically coming in. And we have the castle basically about to collapse. And then we have the bug, we have Beelzebub, like a beef the king of water. Egon, husband is dead. Jerry gets it, of course, happened that day. And of course they basically just chat about barbecue. Yes, a frickin' barbecue. And then eventually, yeah, Beelzebub takes out her bandages and basically go about Egan that I just talked about here. And the chapter ends with Shima being covered with bugs, him screaming like crazy. Okay, now I reviewed it. Yes. Let me check and see when I reviewed 150, because I think I may have reviewed 153 already. Let's see, October. Let's check November here. Okay, I did review 153 because I had forgotten to review the last few chapters, but yep, so I am now up to date. Yes, I am. I am completely up to date when it comes to the chapters. So I did review, because I thought I did review 154. And that's, well, but yeah, that's pretty much a particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do the dislike button. Well, now I'm confident with it. So I'll see you tomorrow for my remaining review for Jaspion, maybe some comic corners, and Bleach, and a couple of anime. Okay, thanks for you. Bye.